Aloha, I'm Jay Fidell with this commentary about lollygagging. There's a lollygagging bill in the legislature. I don't know if it's still alive, and maybe it was too vague to cross over and survive. Another bill was introduced to prohibit pedestrians from using cell phones while crossing the street. It's also a lollygagging bill and may have had a similar fate. These limitations on lollygagging just scratch the surface. In fact, lollygagging is ubiquitous in Hawaii. You see it everywhere. If we could just stop it from happening, we could alleviate some of the traffic congestion. But I guess that linkage isn't clear enough for definitive action. Let me give you some other examples. Imagine a light way up ahead. It's green and hasn't even changed to yellow. But the lollygagger decides it might change at some indeterminate point in the future. So he slows down hundreds of feet before the intersection, slowing all the traffic behind him. This happens all the time. If you're unaware of it, you might be one of them. Or imagine a lollygagger who is approaching a pedestrian crosswalk. There are no pedestrians in or near the crosswalk, but he decides that someone from somewhere might want to cross the crosswalk at some indeterminate point in the future. So he slows down and stops, stopping all the traffic behind him. This also happens all the time. Do you do this? And there are those who leave a gap between them and the car ahead of them. Not 1 or 2 or 5 car lengths, but much more. I guess it's the precautionary principle. That's beyond careful and signifies instead that the driver is being inattentive. I am not campaigning for aggressive driving. I am campaigning for attentive driving. Sleeping at the wheel creates unnecessary risk. It's hard to stop lollygagging. We can't legislate people into waking up at the wheel. We have to reach them on a public education basis. We have to convince them that when you drive a car in the state of Hawaii, you have to be awake, you have to be watchful, you have to be considerate. My favorite of all is lane changing. Changing when you shouldn't, and not permitting the other guy to change when he should. It's unbelievable how many people change lanes back and forth without signaling and get in everyone's way. It's also unbelievable that some people don't let you change lanes when it's obvious that you have to, and after you do everything you can to signal the change. You put your signal on, even stick your hand out the window, and they won't let you change lanes, even if they could easily let you in. Sometimes, when you do all of that signaling, they honk at you as if you were offending them to make it clear they're not going to let you in. It's remarkable in both cases that people would be so inconsiderate. They'd rather block your path, make a claim on too much space, and gum up all the traffic behind you. I guess they are profoundly angry in their lives, or they are inattentive, or both. They should not be driving. Yes, drivers should be considerate and even kind in the land of aloha. And certainly they should not drive when they are angry or inattentive. But this is hard to legislate. If we really wanted to limit the lollygagging, we should just limit the number of cars. That would help everyone. Thanks for considering this commentary. I'm Jay Fidell.